Emoto has conducted another interesting experiment. He placed rice into 3 glass beakers and covered it with water. And then every day for a month, he said, "Thank you" to one beaker, "You're an idiot" to the second, and the third one he completely ignored. After 1 month, the rice that had been thanked began to ferment, giving off a strong, pleasant aroma. The rice in the second beaker turned black, and the rice that was ignored began to rot. Dr. Emoto thinks that this experiment provides an important lesson, especially with regard to how we treat children. We should take care of them, give them attention, and converse with them. Indifference does the greatest harm.
Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the true name for Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being named for His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, that taught us truth and will well. And salutations to you, hopeful elect person, truth and honest sincerity. This is Brother Yahweh, because another is the spirit power Yahweh Shai. And this is just a spiritual lesson after coming across this video, which is very, very interesting. Just further shows that there's a purpose for everything that's written within the scriptures. So I'm going to read this precept. This is the book of Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Okay, so basically the mindset after the information we learned from that video, I wanted to apply it to the power of brothers bringing out the words of the Lord when prophesying at the highways and hedges. The actual power that is being pushed forth when you're speaking, you're literally speaking things into existence of the scriptures. Okay, and how you treat someone and what you say to them, this should give you an eye-opening understanding of the physical complications behind it if you're treating someone wrong with words and things like that. Okay, and this is talking about on your personal level and your everyday lives, how you treat your fellow brethren, your loved ones, how you talk to them. It has an effect. Like the guy brought out in the video, he applied it to how you raise your children. Okay, but nonetheless, the scriptures tell us on how to conduct our speech and how we talk to people while we're prophesying. And if it's to the wicked, we give very harsh rebuke, and we may use a lot of rude speech as prophesied that the prophets would do. And it's meant because the scriptures talk about how the word is sharper than any two-edged sword. Matter of fact, we'll bring that out. This is Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of heart. Okay, so the word cuts through anything. It literally cuts through spirit, and that can translate into physical harm or damage to our enemies, or physical healing to our brothers and sisters, our friends. So how you use this is very important, man. Which comes to another point of why the Lord gave a specific order of where to prophesy and preach. This is the book of Luke 14:23. And Yahweh said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. So out in the open, so everybody can hear the words that are sharper than any two-edged sword. Do you see the cause and effect? It literally goes in, the words that you're speaking, these words of the Bible, are going inside of someone's flesh, their spirit, and it's cutting through. And a discerner of somebody is righteous or unrighteous, and whether those words are going to be healing or damaging. Which is why you got some people that really go crazy when you're bringing out the word against the wicked, because they just got spiritually, they're getting punched in the mouth, so they're on defense, but they're not able to prevail. So eventually they give up and go up the street, and their conscience eats them away. The demons enter, and then judgment comes. That's how it works, man. Another precept comes to mind. It's the book of Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. See? Purposely. This is why the Lord said, I dwell not in temples made with hands. He does not want his word contained. He wants it heard, and he wants it to what? Echo. He wants his word to be loud. He wants them words to pierce. Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud. Spare not. Lift up like voice, like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. This is why you can literally feel, you'll get some type of feeling when you hear some brothers really in the spirit lifting up their voice and bringing it out. Whether it be quote unquote aggressive or passive. They may just be very passionate about something, a very positive message, and you'll feel that heartfelt spirit. And that's that feeling that brings the tears to your eyes. Or that feeling of, damn, I fucked up. True remorse. Okay? But it's all through the spirit, man. You see the effect? Just the same effect that words had on those glass jars of rice. It has to the flesh of people. That's how powerful the word is, man. That's how powerful the word is. Now, it's not to be confused that you can't use any negative words at all, because some people deserve the rude words. 2 Corinthians 11:6. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. So even though you might hear us speaking rough, don't let that discourage you from wanting to come out and continue to listen to them brothers. Yeah, we're gonna have times where somebody got to get their ass chewed out, and they might need to get cussed out. That's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. So though we be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. Okay? The scriptures talk about Yahushua. Let's get that out as well. And how his presence was amongst his fellow brethren. Luke 19:21. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest it not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. So, austere man, he was feared. What does that mean? Okay, severe or strict in manner, attitude, or appearance. So, there you go, man. Yahushua was very rough within his speech too, at times while he was prophesying. There's a reason why they wanted to torture that man to death. He said a lot of stuff that really cut through people's spirit, and they couldn't stand it. And he used the words of the Lord. He didn't just come out with straight insults all the time, That's why, brothers, when you're preaching, don't forget, if you're very irritated with somebody, the biggest way to battle that person isn't by cussing them out necessarily and not bringing out the word. Use your weapons. Use your sword, man. Cut them with the scriptures. Don't get in the midst of arguing with somebody back and forth. And it's too much explanation going to try to get somebody to understand. If they want to be a wicked idiot, okay, bring out the word. Just continue to slice them with the word, man. Instead of going back and forth verbally. Oh, you a stupid ass, you know. It is, hey, what's going to hurt more powerful is this word. Yeah, still cuss their asses out. But don't get too long with it and go into it to where you're not bringing out scriptures. Use your sword, man. This sword is powerful, man. This is the book of Proverbs 16:24. Pleasant words are as an honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. So there's balance. There's balance, man. Sometimes you need to learn how to use pleasant words against yourself, encouraging yourself. Don't forget to use pleasant words to brothers that may be really, really down in the spirit. That's not the time to, kick a brother and cuss him out further, regardless of the frustrations you may have. If he's at a breaking point, you got to see when that brother's at a breaking point. Bring out some pleasant words, some encouraging words. You got it, brother. You're good. You're a good leader, Bring out some positive things. Positive reinforcement. Why? Because it says it's health to the bones. It's healing. But if a person is at the time where they need that harsh rebuke, what does the scripture say? This is the book of Proverbs 27:5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Secret love is just that lovey-dovey, affectionate, hugging, kissing type shit. Open rebuke, hey, check somebody in their spirit that you could lose your life if you continue this bullshit. You just saved that person's life. So that's why that open rebuke is better. So there's balance. Balance how you use your words. Okay? This is the book of Jeremiah 1 verse 9. I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Yahweh. Okay? So don't be afraid of these people when you're a little bit nervous and you're trying to, on the fence about going out to the highways and hedges. You're worried about, having to confront people coming up and scoffing to you. Hey, don't be afraid, because you have to know within your spirit, within your heart, that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has got your back, and he's going to put all the thoughts and words in your mouth of what to say if he's dealing with you. Okay? Verse 9. Then Yahweh put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And Yahweh said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out, to pull down, and to destroy, and to throw down, to build, and to plant. So when you see America is crumbling down, it's falling, it's because the prophets have been speaking against Esau's wicked kingdom. So now it's crumbling down. The words are accomplishing exactly what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua wants. And at the same time, while this place is being destroyed, we're building up the Lord's church, his men and women of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We're waking them up. We're planting seeds, waking up the hopeful elect. This is the book of Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. So we're telling people, hey, you're going to experience famine. You're going to experience war. You're going to experience diseases. These are things that the men at the highways and hedges has been speaking. And just like the rice, how it's affected from the words, this kingdom is affected. These people are affected. You see? And we're following the instructions on where to preach at the highways and hedges, at the chief place of concourse. So in the cities, in the capitals, them words are going out and slicing and dicing, man. It's not just something that just as a sound that vanishes in the thin air. No, it has a spirit behind it and power, and it literally physically travels and enters into people's flesh. Okay? The angels can hear the resonating sound. They're accomplishing the orders of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai through the words of the book that you're bringing out. They're judging, man. The demons get activated. Everything, man. Everything. Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. There you go, man. So the words, the sounds is accomplishing exactly what the Lord wanted it to do. Even if nobody's there listening, them words are still flowing. Ezekiel 37:9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith Yahweh, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. So the words are going out and reaching the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and it's accomplishing exactly what it needs to do. These people don't even know. They may be walking by. Yeah, they hear. They hear with their ears, and they ignore with their ears, but their spirit is fully soaking in everything that you're saying. Even the wicked, their condemnation, they're getting their judgment. And you're doing this stuff consistently? Think of the power that's being released on a regular basis, man. Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. Okay? So, hey, don't be speaking things that are contrary to the scriptures. Make sure you're on point with the things that you say, because you have to pay for the wickedness that comes out your mouth. You will answer for all the things that you say, man. Okay? Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but a grievous word stir up anger. So be wise of when to use rude speech and when not to. When to use positive speech and when not to. Okay? So it was just a very edifying video, and the Spirit touched me to speak like, wow, this applies. If that thing happened to just that man speaking to that jar of rice with some regular words, imagine the effect of the heavenly words out of the scriptures when you're bringing it out. And then when pulling up the scriptures and reading it, it all makes sense, man. Then you are able to the light bulb goes off. Wow, this is power. It's literal energy speaking out of your mouth when you're bringing out these scripts, man. Which is why it's so important to continue doing it. Continue bringing out the word, man. You don't want to stop. Don't let up on Esau, Edom, man. This devil. You got to keep bringing out the word. And if you don't, this is why the judgment, this is why Yahushua gets so angry with you. And says that no man taking his hand off the plow and looking back is what? Fit for the kingdom. Because you stopped bringing out the power that he gave you. You ungrateful asshole. You know? That's got to be what he's thinking, man. I'm just speaking, as a man. But that's how I would be feeling about it. Like this ungrateful mother, I done taught him, woke him up to the truth. Gave him the miracle of being able to even come across it. And because of some own selfish ass fleshly reasoning, this nigga don't want to go out and preach no more. Oh, Yahweh Shai is pissed. You got to do what he commanded you to do, man. Step up. And your work is not in vain. It's not going out void. It don't matter how many views you got on these videos. Hey, best believe, these people here, man, they're listening. They're watching. And even on speaking on the viewpoint real quick, not to elaborate on it, YouTube fucks with people, with the brothers at GMS pages, man. A lot of brothers that have gone big time viral, he'll hit their page and make it look like he only got 2 or 3 views, but really behind the scenes you got hundreds. But he does that to play with your mind, to discourage you from going out and doing the work. You got people watching, man. Just best believe that. And it don't matter the numbers anyway. Don't get caught up with this numbers game. How many people hear me? How many people listening to me? It's not about you. It's about the Lord, man. All his praise, honor, and due is for him. He deserves all the fame, all the views. Not you, man. You just be the mouthpiece. If you don't have a lot of people that you can physically see watching, what did we bring out? Prophesy into the wind. You're still accomplishing the works. So with that, Lord's will, this lesson is edifying. I'm going to close out, give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, Natasha, truth and will well, and salutations to you, hopefully that person is truth and honest sincerity. Shalom.